Tributes are being paid to the brother and sister who lost their lives in last week's wall collapse in Melbourne. 18-year-old Bridget Jones died in hospital yesterday, 3 days after her brother Alexander. A third person, a woman in her 30s, was also killed, but is yet to be named. Today, legal expert Sam Macedoni is with us now. Sam, good morning to you.
Good morning.
What we know so far is this was a heritage-listed wall.
Yes.
In busy Swanston Street. There was a lot of people walking past regularly,
Yes.
but it was a somewhat windy day in Melbourne. What's going to happen through this investigation and what is the possible outcome?
Well, I guess what they've got to determine is why the wall came down. It was a windy day, about 57 kilometres per hour, which is not that much, but it was windy. It was a heritage wall, which simply means this: it was a freestanding wall that had been left there from the old Carlton United Brewery. It wasn't tied into any other wall. It wasn't in any way connected to anything to keep it up other than a wooden hoarding. Question now is, was that enough? Obviously, it was not. This is a wall that was in a place where there was heavy pedestrian traffic. It was right next to a tram stop where a lot of university students go by on a daily basis. What work safety have to look at now in their investigations in the Department of Construction is whether they had braced this wall sufficiently to prevent it falling over should there be a strong wind gust or in fact even a trauma like a car hitting it. Was it sufficiently braced so it wouldn't fall over? If you need to keep a wall for heritage reasons, it must be kept safe until such time as you build around it, tie it in with other walls so it won't come tumbling down. Because the results of it coming down in a place like Swanston Street is that 3 people have died, and I think that a very serious investigation has to take place, and me personally, I don't see how this wall was ever safe. Someone really has botched this up.
So does someone have to be found responsible when 3 people are deceased, and could that mean manslaughter charges?
Yes, I think it could, because if they find that someone was really negligent in the way in which they left this wall in a freestanding state and supported simply by a wooden hoarding, which was certainly not enough to hold up a brick wall of 15 metres in length and some height, then yes, someone is going to be negligent, and that negligence could be very much criminal negligence and could lead to something like that. But, you know, something has to be done to send the message out there on construction sites, because there's an obligation and a responsibility to make sure members of the public and other workers are safe in construction sites when you have something like this, which I believe is a dangerous item. You can't have freestanding brick walls unsupported or not supported enough.
Indeed. Whatever happens, I'm sure it'll be small comfort to the parents
Unfortunately,
of Bridget and Alexander. Their hearts must be absolutely breaking.
It's a great shame, honestly, to 2 young lives.
Sam, thanks very much for that.
Pleasure.